flight crew. What up? What up? What up? Welcome back. Welcome back, everybody. Happy Tuesday, everybody. It's Tuesday afternoon. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard, Delta. Welcome to another stream. Welcome to another flight, you guys. I am your host. I am your captain, Phoenix Black Knight. I have to open up and tell you guys, flight crew, I got to open up and tell you, much better taste in my mouth after the San Diego flight we did last night compared to the Sacramento. We are putting more flights distance between us. And I know not every landing is going to be perfect. And I know not every approach is going to be perfect. Keep going down this journey. But that first one, oh man, that's rough. But I'm very happy that we had a much better success going into San Diego's. Not only that, we went into San Diego's with the Pappies on the left side of the runway. So we didn't even have our localizer on. We didn't have our glide slope. Well, we had our glide slope, excuse me. We just didn't have a localizer, so we didn't have our ILS. We just did a visual approach with the Pappies as well. So that was really fun too, that we got down successfully without the ILS down in San Diego, and we were able to walk away with a good taste in the mouth with that. So had a good day today, had a good night last night with the landing. Everything paid tribute to it. So with that being said, let's talk about our flights going forward, you guys. Today's flight, as we landed in San Diego, we're taking off from San Diego and going to Tucson, Arizona. I have never been to Tucson, Arizona. Yes, Phoenix Black Knight, I said it. Living in downtown Phoenix, never been to Tucson. So we're going to go together and check it out. On top of that, this flight actually sets up Thursday's flight. And Thursday's flight is actually, we're going to go to Los Cabos on Thursday. So that's going to be awesome. So this Tucson flight sets up the flight to Los Cabos on Thursday. So that's going to be, I believe, our third international flight on record. Not exhibition, not counting on the exhibitions or the audibles that we call, but going on record. I believe this is our third international flight crew. Going to Los Cabos. So that'll be fun to spend the weekend there, and then we'll be off the rest of the weekend, and we'll be hit it again on Sunday, going out of Los Cabos to somewhere else. I don't know if we're going to be staying international or if we're going to go back up to domestic. I haven't decided yet, haven't really looked, but we'll definitely be taking off from Los Cabos on Sunday after the weekend, since it'll be our last day flying on Thursday. So if you're new to the channel, if you're new here, you want to know what our schedule is, it is going to be, we fly Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. We take Wednesday off, a little break, and we come back and hit it hard on Thursday, and then that's it for us for the week. Friday and Saturday, we're off for the weekend, and we hit it hard again Sunday. So just to give you guys a heads up on that. So like I said, let's set this flight up so we can get ready for Los Cabos on Thursday. So let's get into our flight briefing so you guys can be briefed and know exactly what's going on. Before we do that, let's welcome everybody on board. Master Jedi Skywalker, welcome aboard. Headshot Man 15, once again, welcome aboard. Ramster 1277, welcome aboard. We also got Simulator Pick A, welcome aboard. Irina, welcome aboard. Timothy, welcome aboard again. Roshan, welcome aboard. We also got Marco, Allison, Pacro, Tim, Callie Banks, Thomas, Colin, Joe. We got Alan also. We got Dennis. We got Michael. We got Nelson. We got Ariel. And I'm right, you're wrong follows it up. Welcome aboard, everybody. Welcome aboard. Let's get into our flight briefing. We've got SimBrief pulled up here. Here we go. Okay, once again, we're taking the Delta plane. Oh, we are not taking the Delta plane. We're taking the Southwest plane, because this route that we're doing is dominated by Southwest. It is, so we actually are going to take Southwest. So we're actually going to be Southwest 6242. That's our call sign today, Southwest 6242. And like I said, we're in San Diego. We're going to go into Tucson, Arizona. Alternate airport, if need be, is actually going to be Phoenix, Sky Harbor, if need be. We're in the aircraft 320neo, Southwest. Today's July 11th, 2023. Departure is 1820. Arrival is going to be 1944. Airtime they gave us is only 56 minutes flight, is what they gave us on SimBrief. That block that they gave us is an hour and 24 minutes to finish the flight. Cruising altitude is going to be 33,000 feet, is what we're cruising. Distance we're flying is 348 nautical miles. Wind is at 195 over 10. I think that's the lowest we've ever had it on a SimBrief, is 10. So that's the lowest I've ever seen it. Passengers on today's flight, 174 on board. Bulk fuel, 11,031 pounds. Cargo, 9,570 pounds. Payload, 40,020 pounds. Right now, we're wheels down in San Diego, flight crew. When we go take off from San Diego, we're going to be taking off from runway 27 with Zoo on the way out. ZZOOO. And then when we go wheels down into Tucson, Arizona, they want us down on runway 11 left with the transition of Dingo. That's right, you heard me right. Dingo. DINGO is the transition down in the Tucson, Arizona. Weather in San Diego right now, we're looking at 75 degrees and mostly sunny in San Diego right now. Tucson, Arizona, when we get there, we're looking at 101 degrees and mostly sunny as well. I can vouch for that. We're actually hotter up here in Phoenix, actually. But yeah, that sounds about right. All right, flight crew, you guys have been briefed as well. Let's jump back into the flight. Let's jump over here. Let's jump back into the captain's seat. Let's go right over here to the middle. Before we do that, let's look up. Let's get our AI co-pilot. You know, he's probably going to be on, as always. There he is. Let's turn him off. Let's get rid of that. Let's slide over here to the middle. Let's go ahead and hit our external power. Wait for the plane to boot up. All right, plane is booting up. Perfect. Let's go ahead now. We don't need our dome light on, so we'll go ahead and just hit on the no smoking sign. Let's go ahead and get the seatbelt sign. Let's go ahead and illuminate. Nav logo. Let's turn that on. Beacon light. Let's turn that on. Let's go ahead and hit the. It's only 71 degrees. We don't need to turn the APU on right now. Let's go ahead and just leave that off for now. Let's jump back to the captain's seat. Let's go ahead and get our panels from right to left. They're pretty dark right now, so let's get them lit up. This one's just our indicator, our plane indicator. This one's the actual panel. Let's get that panel lit up. Okay, and let's go ahead and do this left one. Let's get that lit up as well. There we go. Let's slide over here. I don't think we'll need our floodlights on, so we don't turn that on, but we will illuminate this middle console. Let's do this. Okay, let's slide over to the middle. Let's go ahead and turn our terrain on. And then let's go ahead and get our flight directory on. We're going to leave our speed in the managed position. Heading, as always, leave it in the managed position as of for now, unless things change. We're going to go ahead and have 5,000 feet. We'll change that as soon as we get clearance to Tucson, Arizona. And then we're going to go ahead and leave our climb. We're going to leave the climb into the managed position. We're not going to go ahead and do a controlled climb today. We're going to leave it up to... We're going to actually leave it up to the autopilot in the managed position. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Got to give a shout out to Renee. Renee just gave a shout out in chat saying have a good flight. Thanks, Renee. Appreciate that. Phoenix Black Knight to you. Appreciate that. Thank you. All right, let's go ahead and get that's all set up. That's all set up. Let's go ahead FMC. Let's go ahead and illuminate all those. Let's just turn those knobs. Let's get all these buttons and everything right. Perfect. Plane is set up the way we like it, flight crew. So let's go ahead and get the passengers on board. So let's go ahead and hit our ATC. Let's go ahead and get our ground services. And let's go ahead and hit our Lindbergh service, Lindbergh ground. And then let's go ahead and get our power supply. Let's get that connected to the plane. Ground power unit has been accepted and it's being connected to the plane as we speak. We're going to go ahead and ask for our catering services now. As soon as tower gets done talking, there we go. Let's go ahead and get catering services. Here comes the catering service. All right, let's go ahead and get our baggage services going as well. So let's just hit baggage services. Let's go ahead and hit our AI co-pilot. He can take over their communications from now. Let's turn him on. Perfect. Get that out of the way. Baggage on the way. Last thing, let's get our jetway connected now. Let's start the boarding process. El Sheik, I think I said that right. I was like, what's up, man? How you doing? Yeah, I can follow you on Twitch, man. It's fine, man. Go ahead and follow me. I'll follow you. Ain't no problem at all. Welcome aboard, man. Welcome aboard. Phoenix Black Knight to you. Welcome. Did I say that right, by the way? Is that right? Unless, I mean, man, you might have to do that phonetically for me on that one, man. All right, baggage services is starting. We got the boarding process on the way, you guys. We got catering services going. San Diego is a little slow right now. Not a lot of plane watching right now. What we got going on here, San Diego? Really nothing. Spaz out. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. That was just a little spaz out on the load. San Diego's definitely quiet right now. Baggage services is wrapping up. Catering services is wrapping up. Let's go ahead and spin our plane. We're not in the soundware. It's okay. It's alright. We'll go ahead so we can see the engines when we do the pushback. Alright, let's jump back into the captain's seat. Let's turn that master alarm on because we do have the main cabin on. Let's go ATC. Okay, wait for the tower to get done talking. They're done. Let's end our power supply, our GPU unit on that ground. Let's go ahead and hit our battery 1 and battery 2 on. Let's bring it up here. You guys can see it better. Alright, here comes pumps 1. Let's get these on. Let's go ahead and turn off our external power. Actually, let's turn the external power out real quick. We gotta turn on the APU. Let's turn on the APU. Let's go outside so you guys can hear it boot up, actually. Good, there you go. APU's up. APU is available. Now let's go ahead and hit that APU bleed. Now we got that going. Let's go ahead and turn off the external power. Perfect. We don't need our dome light on. We do have our nav lights on already. We already got a beacon light on. That's perfect. Let's go ahead back to the captain's seat. And actually, let's slide over here because we're going to get our altimeter and our altitude for takeoff. So let's get our clearance to Tucson. As soon as Lindbergh gets done talking, let's go ahead and hit back. AI will get that done. Alright, that one's at 14,000. 1196 is for our decimal for departure. 1196. 119.600. There we go. Okay, go to the captain's seat. Let's get our captain view, which would be about right here in the middle. We're going to sit a little bit higher. And then we're going to scoot forward just a little bit. About right there. Oh, right there. Perfect. Okay, let's get our ATC back on the line. United 2117 is talking to the tower right now. While we're waiting, let's spin our camera right here so we can do the pushback on the engines. Oh, right there. Perfect. Let's go ahead and hit our ground services again. Let's get our jetway disconnected. All right, jetway is disconnected. Let's go ahead and request our pushback. All right, pushback requested. Let's go ahead and turn off this menu. Perfect. I like the captain view we got going on right now. Don't adjust it. Good. We'll scoot forward just a tab will sit right there. Alright, waiting for pushback to be connected. There it is. Let's go ahead and release the parking brake. Alright, let's go ahead and activate the parking brake. Let's go ahead and look up, see where ground crew's at. Ground crew's right there is backing away. They are safe, so let's go ahead and hit our engine mode from the normal position. Let's turn it to the start position. Let's go ahead and hit engine 2. AI just got our clearance to taxi to runway 27. That's our runway to take off. Let's go ahead and hit our taxi light. That means our runway lights come on. Nose light goes to the taxi position. Engine 1's at 15%. That's enough to check the flaps. Flaps down. Spoilers, let's bring those up. Let's pan around here. Spoilers are up. Flaps, you can see them moving down. Perfect. Let's try to move our plane, drone, camera right. Right there. Perfect. Jump back into the captain's seat to our captain view. Spoilers, let's bring those up. Get those ready and on for takeoff. Perfect. Flaps, bring those up to 10% for taxi and takeoff as well. Engine mode from the start position, put it back into the normal position. Let's go ahead and get our brake on there and turn off our APU bleed. Let's turn off the APU master, which turns off the APU available. Perfect. Ground crew, thumbs up, salute. Way out of here. Then let's go ahead. You know what I was watching? I don't know if you guys seen. Have you guys watched the YouTube channel called Just Planes? There's a YouTube channel, Just Planes, where you actually, there's pilots flying aircraft like the Airbus 320, and there's cameras in it. You actually see what they do. They take off with this on. I've noticed in so many videos they take off with max brake on. So we're going to try it. Because if real pilots do it, we're going to do it. So we're going to try that as well. So we're good for taxiing, you guys. Let's go ahead and we're going to go to the left. So let's go ahead and give the plane some power. We're going to release that parking brake. We have forward momentum. Let's turn the plane. Oh man. Don't pay attention to that plane over there. We'll just keep looking over here. And straighten out. Let's make the right, and as always, we'll give San Diego a shout out. Once again, you guys don't forget this is a payware airport. I was able to buy the plane off of the marketplace. Alright, let's make sure we're going straight, and we'll zoom out. San Diego. See ya. Once again, I don't know. Well, San Diego's a paid airport, so we may be back sooner than some other airports. I think it's a paid one. And the approach to San Diego's is awesome as well. Either side. Runway 9 or runway 27. Looks like we got a Southwest 2982 taking off. And we got some action. There's some plane spotting right there. Oh, look at that climb. Beauty. Looks like we got United Airlines coming in on final. Looks like they're coming in from, that is KORD, I believe. That is Chicago O'Hara. Coming down. United Airlines, look at that. What, 1,300 feet? That's definitely, we're going to have to wait for him. But they better not give us a short final takeoff and turn and burn again. I don't want to do a turn and rip. Let's have an enjoyed, calm takeoff. With slower taxi down. How about that? Yeah, we can see him. He's right there. We'll slow down our taxiing. There we go, yeah. He's under 1,000 feet. We're good now. So line up and wait now. We have enough momentum. I'm going to go put the engines in the neutral position. We'll go ahead and turn left here. And we'll go ahead and stop short. Parking brake on. AI's talking the tower. Traffic's generic on final. Southwest 6242, hold short, traffic on final. There it goes. Is he gonna put it down? He's all the runway. All lay down. 57, 58 feet. Nice. Alright, let's get ready. They're probably gonna have us line up and wait. So let's go ahead and turn off our runway lights at this time. Landing lights go to the on position. Nose light, let's put that on the taxi position. Strobe light comes on at this time. Wing lights come on as well. We're going to keep our brake on for this takeoff, like I mentioned. Roger, Tower Southwest 6242. It's altimeter 29.98. Cleared to take off. Okay, let's go. They give us clearance to take off. We are going to go here, start our stopwatch. Got that going. Okay, we're going to give it some power. Engines are at 10%. Not engines, sorry. Wings are at 10%. Flaps are at 10%. Why am I saying wings? What is going on here? Lining up, taking some speed out. Okay, engines are 50. Let's make our call. Flight crew, you guys ready? You're ready for takeoff. Engines are at 50 there, and they are holding. Going up alive, coming down the same way. Let's look down to the, where we get straight again. Let's look down to the right, throttle. Let's go flex. $120, $140, V1, rotating 15 degrees. We have a positive climb, there's gears up. Hold 15 degrees. My plane still following the flight plan. Just follow the flight directory. Hold the plane till we get 5,000 feet. Once we get to 5,000 feet, I'll go ahead and release the plane to the autopilot. Still climbing. We're at 2,000 feet right now. Still climbing up too. They want us up to 14,000 feet. Like I said, we're transitioning to the autopilot at 5,000 feet. We see results of our takeoff real quick. There we go. That's what we look like on our takeoff and climb. Let's jump back in though. It's still my plane. We have a turn coming up here. I thought we'll be at 5,000 before it. Well, actually, we may still go up to our vector before we get out there. Just past 4,000 feet. Still climbing to 5,000 feet where we'll transition. And there's our turn. Let's turn the plane. Still my plane on the turn. I don't know if I don't want to transition to the autopilot with us on the turn, so we'll wait till we clear this turn and we'll transition on the autopilot on the straight out. Yeah, still holding it. Seems like they want us to straighten out a little bit here soon. There it is. Let's pull it straight. There we go. Drop the nose down. Nose is dropped. Transitioning the autopilot. Autopilot is engaged. Got climbing restrictions on. Oh, no climbing restrictions. I apologize. We're not doing the climbing restrictions. Let's put that back in the managed position. Let's go flaps clean. Flaps are clean. I'm going to take over the speed. I'm going to bump us up to 250 knots. Now that we're in the climb mode. 250 is entered. Managed positions is in for the altitude. Looks like we're at 9,000 feet and past. Still climbing up to 250 knots, and still climbing up to altitude-wise 14,000 feet. 9,700. Let's ring the bell one time for our flight crew. Landing lights as well. Go to the off position because we're going to be about 10,000 feet. Nose light goes from the takeoff to the off position as well. Wing light comes off at this time. Strobe light stays on, and runway light still stay off. Perfect. 10,700 feet. We're going to go ahead and open up the plane to 335 knots. .335 knots is entered. Nautical range, we're going to pull that out to 20. Roger Tower, Southwest 6242, altimeter 29.96, and we will continue as planned to RJ. 12,500 feet, you guys. On our speed, we're still going up to 335 knots right now. It looks like we're just getting about 295. Looks like we just passed. Altitude wise, we're passing 13,500 feet as of now. Still climbing the 14,000 feet. So we'll get our next climb point here in a second. Roger Tower, Southwest 6242. We will climb and maintain flight level 27,000 feet. Alright, we're going up 27,000 feet. We went ahead and hit the manage mode, so we're going to do the manage climb up to 27,000 feet. Altimeter is going to be 29.96. We are holding at 335 knots now. Let's go outside the plane so you can see. Just past 18,000 feet. Let's get our altimeter. Let's put that in the standard position. Also as well, let's go ahead and turn our terrain off at this time as well since we're still climbing. Everything's good up there. Just double check in. Double check down here. Let's get our spoilers off. Disarm. Perfect. Throttle's in the climb position. Still holding 335 knots, climbing up to 27,000 feet. Climbing about, looks like here, 2,100 feet per minute on the manage mode. Flight crew, let's talk about that takeoff. We left that max brake on takeoff like I seen on the Just Planes. I'm telling you, go look at it. It's called Just Planes on YouTube. These guys go around in the cockpit and just film with GoPros, pilots, exactly what we're doing here. You get to see it on GoPros, and it's all different types of planes and stuff like that. But on the Airbuses and the Boeing 737s and 787s that we fly, they take off with the taxi brakes on max on the Airbuses. Confirmed with different pilots, different regions of the world, taxi brakes were on both on the takeoff. So just kind of a weird, interesting thing I noticed. So maybe since pilots are doing that, we'll do that flight crew going forward as well, because I don't think anybody else on the stream does that. Everybody else on the stream takes that off. So maybe that's that one little thing that separates us, puts us a little bit different from everybody else. May not even be noticeable. Coming up on 24,000 feet. No turbulence so far, you guys. Nothing to speak of. Climb is still very smooth. Southwest Airlines 2982 in front of us just took off from Tucson. That's the KTUS. That's the abbreviation for Tucson. So that's hilarious. We're literally just flying over them and we're going where they just took off. And they're probably going where we are, where we just took off. Roger Tower, Southwest 6242. We have traffic in sight. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Roger Tower, Southwest 6242. Climb and maintain flight level 3300. Going up to 33,000 feet. That is our cruising altitude. So far in our climb, like I said, mentioned before, no real turbulence, no reason as of now to even keep the fasten seatbelt sign on this time. But I'm paranoid. We'll leave it on until we get to our cruising altitude. Little rocking right there, you guys, but we're around 30,000 feet. Airbuses always rock around 30,000 feet. At least for me, every time we get around 30,000 feet altitude, they always sway. When we get up into the 32 and higher, we're smoothing out. $32,500 feet, you guys, coming up to our cruising altitude at 33,000 feet. Let's get ready for our cruising altitude briefing and prep for descent as well. No reason to keep the fasten the seatbelt sign on. Let's go ahead and release the passengers. We won't have it on for off for very long. This is a very short flight. Okay, with it being a short flight, let's jump into our cruising altitude briefing. If you just jumped on board, if you just jumped on the screen, welcome. I'm your captain, I'm your host, Phoenix Black Knight. Appreciate you guys jumping aboard. Right now we're on Southwest Airlines. We are Airbus 320neo. Our call sign today is Southwest 6242. We just took off from San Diego. We're going into Tucson, Arizona. Our alternate airport is going to be Phoenix, Arizona. Today's July 11th, 2023. Our departure time was 18:20. Our air time and the time to beat is 56 minutes. We Last flight we were 4 minutes or 3 minutes over, 3 minutes late, so we got to beat 56 minutes. That's the number to beat. The block time that SimBrief gave us was 1 hour and 24 minutes to finish the flight. Cruising altitude is 33,000 feet, which we have right now. Passengers are free to move about the cabin. Distance for flying is 348 nautical miles. Wind, as when we departed, was 195 over 10 knots. Passengers on today's flight is 174 passengers on board. Bulk fuel, 11,031 pounds. Total payload is 40,020 pounds. When we were in San Diego, we took off a runway 27 with the transition of Zoo out. And when we come down into Tucson, Arizona, they want us wheels down on runway 11 left with the transition of Dingo coming down into Tucson, Arizona. Transition Dingo. Weather, when we come down to Tucson, Arizona, we're looking right now at 101 degrees still with mostly sunny going down into Tucson, Arizona. All right, you guys, that's it. That's our cruising altitude briefing. As of right now, everything's, you guys are free to move about the stream as well. Obviously, as always, don't leave the stream. I'll stay here with me, but get up, stretch those legs, whatever you need to do, and I will see you guys in the chat or see you on descent. Let you guys know real quick what our ground speed is since we're at cruising altitude. Ground speed is right there. 488 is what we're going right now. Wind right now is 189 over 13, which is perfect because Simbri said we had it over 10, if you remember correct. Simbri said wind should be over 195 over 10. We're 189 over 13, so we're in line there. Perfect. Let's just pull our camera back up. Back to the captain view, which is about right. Right. Yeah, we can see everything right there. Got altitude. Right there. Okay. Roger, Albuquerque, Southwest 6242. We will continue as planned. Here's our top of our descent. Looks like we're still about 40 nautical range out. This is where we're going to drop our speed right before top of our descent. We're going to drop it down to 280, which is not much down there. Just a couple thousand feet down, and then we'll pull it down to 240. Yeah, so we're about 40 nautical. Because there's 20, it's about ready to come in. Top of descends right there. Let's pull our speed back. Let's go ahead. Let's get it off the max position. Right now it's at 288. We're going to pull it back to 2. Actually, let's go 240. Let's just put it on 250. There we go. We'll keep it on 250. We'll keep it on 250 all the way down until we get to our approach. Right, we just reached 250 knots. There's our descent. Roger Tower, Southwest 6242, descend to maintain flight level 2700. Fasten the seatbelt sign is still off. We'll keep it off since we're only going down to 27,000 feet. And we were managed to pull our speed back and hold 250 before our descent, so we're descending very smooth. We want to check outside, take a look at it. Not too bad at all. This is what Tucson looks like, huh? So much so far. Descending and passing 28,000 feet, going down to 27,000 feet. $27,300 feet. Let's go ahead and get our terrain on. Terrain is on. Check. Roger Tower, Southwest 6242, descend and maintain flight level of 19,000 feet. Alright, they want us down to 19,000, and since that's in the teens, let's go ahead and turn on fasten the seatbelt sign on. Make the call. Flight crew, prepare for descent. Down in the Tucson, Arizona. Just past 23,000 feet, still descending down to 19,000 feet. We are still holding 250 knots. Just passing 20,000 feet, 19,900. I don't see anything in Tucson yet. Nothing. It's probably just nothing, boom, Tucson. What do you guys think? Is it basically how it's going to be? Nothing, airport. Valley then airport. This is international airport too. This is Tucson International. Roger Tower, descend and maintain 13,000 feet, Southwest 6242. Passing 1,800 feet, still descending down to 13,000 feet. We are still holding at 250 knots. What is that? Is that like two lights illuminating towards each other? Flight crew. Anybody know what that is? What is that? Yeah, flight crew. Anybody? Anybody know what that is? That's interesting. Where? Maybe it's just water. I don't know. Interesting. All right. 13,600 feet. Still descending down to 13,000 feet. Got some clouds coming in, flight crew. We were supposed to get 101 and mostly sunny going into Tucson. Keep an eye on the weather. Roger Towers, descend to maintain 6,000 feet, Southwest 6242. 6,000 feet. As soon as we get closer to 6,000 feet, I'm going to pull our speed back from 250 knots. I'm going to pull it to 200 knots and put us on flaps 1. They still haven't given us our altimeter yet, so we're going to keep it on the standard position. Southwest 2036 right there in front of me. This came out of LAX. I didn't know LAX flew here. Maybe they don't. It's at 19,000 feet and climbing. Flying over us. Coming up on 11,000 feet, nautical range, pull it within 10. Ten 10,500 feet. Let's light it up. Landing lights, they come on. Nose lights go to the takeoff position. Landing lights are on. Wing lights come on at this time. Strobe light stays on. Beacon light stays on. Nav light and logo light stays on. The only light that's not on is runway light. 9,700 feet and still descending down to 6,000 feet. Still holding 250 knots, flight crew. Oh, there's some civilization right there. There we go. See some. See a little bit. Southwest 6242 Tucson approach, descending down to 6,000 feet, holding 250 knots. Roger, Southwest. Roger, Tucson approach. Altimeter 29.87, continue approach, Southwest 6242. $6,700 feet. Let's go ahead and pull our speed back now. We're going to go to 200 knots and we're going to be flaps 1. 200 knots is entered. Arm our localizer. Localizer's been caught. Roger, Tucson approach. Maintain altitude and speed. Prepare for approach. By transition of bingo. Southwest 6242. "26 miles outside the runway, flight crew." I got us down at 200 knots. We're holding 200 knots. Let's go ahead and hit flaps 1 now. Let's hit flaps 1. Look at that big valley right there. Look at all these housings. Okay. Civilization coming up, Tucson. I see you now. Got a little bit over here too. Looks like we got a nice small little airport over there. Look at that valley light up. Look at that. That is. I was thinking if that runway was us in front of us. This one right here. Like, is it? That's not us. We're not banking and coming down there. Maybe it is. It says we're 20 miles outside of the runway. "18 miles outside the runway." Pull our speed back again. We're going to go hit 190 now. That's going to put us at flaps 2. Let's go ahead and hit flap 2. Roger, tower, Southwest 6242. Descend and maintain flight level 5,500 feet. Activated flaps 2. Going 190 knots. Descending down to 5,500 feet. Right now we're at 5,700 feet and descending. That is us in front of us.
2,500.
2,000 feet. Getting over these little mountain tips. Get our drone camera ready for you guys to see the gears come down right there.
2,500.
15 miles outside the runway again. Let's go ahead and pull our speed back. We're going to go 180 now, and we're going to go flaps 3. Let's go ahead and activate flaps 3. Roger, tower, Southwest 6242. Descend and maintain flight level 5,000 feet. Alright, they want us down to 5,000 feet. At this time, we see our runway. Let's go ahead and hit our approach.
2,500.
2,500. Going over those mountain tips, lining up. Still holding 180 knots. Perfect. Looks like wind is at 267 over 13 knots. Blowing with us. We're going tail to the nose. So If we can't flare, it's going to give us a boost. Clear to approach. We're going to pull our speed back to 140. Roger, Tower 6242, Phoenix, clear to southwest, clear to approach. Phoenix. Let's go flaps full. Glide slope is activated. Glide slope is engaged. Roger, Tower Southwest 6242, altimeter 29.88. Yeah, we got the wind blowing from our tail up to our nose, you guys, so it's going to give us a boost here. So flaring is going to be interesting on this one. Well, at least we know that now. Right now, it dropped down to about 6-7 knots right now. We're anywhere between 6 and 18. That's just fluctuating between 6 and 18 knots. All right, got it. 6 miles outside the runway. As soon as we get 5 miles, we'll drop the gears. Five miles. Let's put the speed in the managed position. Drop the gears. Outside, you guys see him? Perfect. Scan over here. Get the drone out here so you can see the reversers. Let's go back inside. Spoilers, up and arm. Auto brakes. Let's get those on medium. Runway lights on. We're already past 1,000 feet. We're at 800 feet. I'm going to take the plane. My plane. Flight crew. Prepare for landing. Continue. Continue. Check.
200. 100. 60, 50, 40, 30, 20. Retard.
Oh my goodness, this thing was not. Ooh, ooh, where are we? Ooh, put it down. All blooper reel. There we go. Yeah, that was not pulling up. That was not pulling up. Reverses. There's 80 knots. We're going to do reverser stow, and we're going to do auto brake off. And we're going to coast down here. Yeah, we were not. That would not let us flare. I knew that wind was going to put us down hard. We could not flare, you guys. That was rough. Let's vacate here to the left. Let's hit this left right here. Yeah, we came down hard. That wind put us down. Yeah, I tried flaring way early, and we were destined to bounce a little bit. All right, let's stop short. Engines in the idle position. Let's put our parking brake on. ILS comes off. Flight directory comes off. APU comes on. APU bleed. Let's do the APU master. Turn on the APU start. Maybe. Come on. And there we go. All right, running light stays on. Landing lights. Let's put those in the restricted position. Strobe light stays on. Strobe light actually can come off now. Beacon light stays on. Wing lights can come off. And let's turn off the nav light. Actually can stay on. Let's go over here to our flaps. Let's put those up to 10%. Spoilers. Let's disarm those. Get our taxi brake on max. All right, let's get the ATC on. Let's get clearance to our gate. All right. Give the plane some power. Release parking brake. Oh, flight crew. Yeah, that wind was pushing us. I flared. I flared, man. That was a little rough on the landing. Just a little Quito. This is, a little firm. Let's let you know the ground was there. Just let everybody know the ground was there. Ground's pretty firm. They did a good job on this paving. Great job, whoever paved the runway. Great job. Let's go to our gate. That's the next thing we got to learn, flight crews. We got to learn how to flare with the wind blowing with us. That was rough, man. You could not flare. What is this? Our nose would not come up, and we just kept gaining speed. Maybe if we slow it down, right? Next time, take it off the managed speed and do our own speed. Drop it down to like 129 knots. Maybe that will help a little bit. We'll learn. We'll get to this one. But this flight, though, doesn't really matter because this sets up for our next flight, you guys. Thursday, we're going to Los Cabos. Come on. That's going to be an awesome flight. That's how we're going to end the week. Los Cabos. They're not even ready for us, flight crew. We coming. They're not even ready for us. That'll be a Thursday flight, everybody. Thursday. Come. We got to go Thursday. Los Cabos. We going. First thing I do is get a taco. As soon as I get off the plane. Taco it up. Come on. What's up, Tucson? There's no one coming in and no one flying out right now. The airport's probably, done for the day? Nobody. Everybody's grounded. It's a nice view, though. Look at that. Not that bad of a taxi either. All right, Tucson. Appreciate it. All right, this is us. There. Parking brake set. Engines to the neutral position. Let's release the passengers. Our dome light can come on. Lights can come off. Runway lights can come off. Our nose light can come off. Let's turn our beacon light off. Let's turn our logo and nav light off as well. Clean our flaps up. Flaps go to 0%. Flaps are cleaned up. Perfect. Let's go ahead and kill engine 1. AP, the lead is on. AP master is on. Waiting for engine 1 to get below 20%, then we'll kill engine 2. There it is. Let's go ahead and do engine 2. That's going to bring us to our menu. What do we got? 55 minutes and 17 seconds, flight crew, is what we did. Well, let's see how we did to sim brief. I think we beat it. Sim brief said we had to be 56 minutes. We were 55:17. We were ahead of schedule with a Bonnie hop. So once again, let's recap the landing. Wind was anywhere from, what was it? What did I say? 6 to 18, something like that, going from our tail to our nose. We flared, tried to slow it down. I think growing pains with the channel. Appreciate you guys watching. I will know next time we'll control our speed and we'll drop that down to 129 knots and we'll control our speed going in. We'll even make it slower, but with the momentum of the wind, you know, that would put us where we want to be. So there we go, growing and learning lessons. But good flight. I'm really excited, you guys, for our next flight on Thursday. We have tomorrow off, and we'll come back hard on Thursday. We're going to Los Cabos. Come on, that is going to be a fun flight out of here from Tucson, flying out of Tucson to Los Cabos. So tune in Thursday. That's going to be super fun. So hit that follow button and hit that subscribe and tune in. It's going to be a fun flight there. Other than that, guys, enjoy the rest of the game. Thanks for being here. I love you, Phoenix Black Knight. Like I said, we're off tomorrow. Enjoy the day. Have the rest of the night, you guys. Have a safe night, whatever you do, and have a safe Wednesday. And I'll see you guys Thursday. Phoenix Black Knight, I am logging off. I'm out here. I'll see you guys later.